guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Herbscan Body Show. Remember the previous video I told you I've been listing out the recipe for butt and hip enlargement syrup. I mean fast action butt and hip enlargement syrup recipe. The reason behind this video is for you to just copy and paste it when you want to get your body enhancement raw materials. Okay, I remember I sell unadulterated body enhancement raw materials. If you are using normal or fake body enhancement raw materials, it will not work. It won't work, especially your syrup. Your syrup needs much care. You need to be careful when you're formulating your butt and hip enlargement syrup. That is a cough booster syrup. Okay, so I sell unadulterated butt and hip enlargement raw materials, starting from fenugreek, a whole lot of them. The original one, okay, it's not the whole herbs. Extract. I sell extract alone. I notice some people come to my DM and ask me, do you sell the whole herbs? I ask, are you using it for body enhancement products? When they say, like, are you serious? You want to use the whole herbs to formulate your butt and hip enlargement syrup. It will take a whole lot of time for it to work in your body. Okay, so this video is for you to know the right recipes to use. And when you come to my DM, I don't have to remind you to list it out, or you tell me I saw it on your face on your YouTube channel. So I want you to give me that same ingredients you listed in your YouTube channel. This is the main reason I'm listing it out for you. Okay, so it will be written down on the screen. So whenever you want to get these materials, these raw materials, you can just copy and paste it in my DM. Okay, before I forget, I sell already made butt and hip enlargement products. In case you don't have the time to formulate your products, in case you need any of these already made products, you can call the number on the screen. Okay, so we have a whole lot of them, like butt and hip enlargement oil, butt and hip enlargement cream, syrup, powder, flat tummy tea, waistline reduction tea, a whole lot. Okay, so if you need any of them, just call the number on the screen. I'll be very fast with this video. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Yes, I noticed I have a whole lot of views, but you guys are not subscribing. Please, when you watch, try and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and also turn on your notification feed so that anytime I post these amazing videos, I'll be listing out a whole lot of recipes too, a whole lot of butt and hip enlargement recipes, starting from both dick enlargement. I will list recipes soon too, so just stick around and stay glued. Turn on the notification bell so that when these videos are being posted, you'll be notified. Okay, so let's jump quickly on what brought us to this video. Okay, so this is fast action butt and hip enlargement syrup recipe. I repeat, fast action butt and hip enlargement recipe. Okay, so the first ingredient to be using, you have to use, is your syrup base. You have syrup base. You can use amphetamine, you can use bobaraba, you can use any syrup base at all. But when it comes to this butt and hip enlargement fast action, go for bobaraba syrup. Bobaraba syrup. So let's assume you are making for your own personal use. So you have to get like 3 bobaraba syrup. Okay, 3 bobaraba syrup is in 200 ml. Okay, then you get cod liver oil. We have fish oil. You can get to the chemist and buy the fish oil. You can still DM me. I have all of this in stock. Anything called body enhancement raw materials, I have all of them in stock. If you want to buy them, just DM. Okay, I remember I said the reason for this video is for you to just copy and paste in my DM. No need of you coming to stress post of us telling me you saw a video on my YouTube channel and want exactly the same thing listed there. Let's save ourselves the stress. Okay, and this is the body enhancement, the fast action recipe for butt and hip enlargement syrup, aka cough booster. The next is honey, 750 ml. I repeat, 750 ml honey. And the next is black cohosh. Black cohosh plays a vital role when it comes to body enhancement products. It works like magic. It helps to stimulate these fat cells to grow, especially on your hip. It helps very well. So black cohosh should be there. Do not use the whole herbs. Do not use the whole herbs. Use the extracts. I know many of you have tested syrup, how it tastes like. There is no small particles in it. It's pure smooth, it's sleek and smooth. Okay, so the reason for this extract is for it to be smooth as possible. It would make sense if you're taking syrup and you're chewing some small particles. It would make sense. So that is the main reason you have to use this extract. Okay, so you go for extracts. This black cocoa we need 50 grams. We need 50 grams of black cocoa. Okay, and the next we need agweje. Agweje, 100 grams of agweje. And this agweje is popularly known as coffee fruit. I've already made a video about this whole herbs, what it does to the body and what it does not. Okay, so if you want to know more about this, you can go back to my previous video, is there. Okay, so this coffee fruit helps to boost your curves. It boosts your curves, it boosts your estrogen level. And when we talk about estrogen level, this estrogen is responsible for our feminine features, both your boobs, your hips, and your backside. Okay, so you add agweje plays a vital role when it comes to this recipe. The next we'll be needing is Victex, 100 grams of Victex. Do not use 50 grams. Do not use 20 grams. Use 50 grams of Victex. I repeat, use 50 grams of Victex. The next is evening prime rose. I repeat, evening primrose. I don't know if you're conversant with it though, but evening primrose plays a major role when you are formulating your cough booster syrup, your fast action cough booster syrup. It works like crazy. Evening primrose, we need like 50 grams of evening primrose. So the next is red clover. Red clover is very popular. When you hear about body enhancement products, one of the first things they will mention to you, or one of the first things you will hear is red clover. Red clover plays a major role when it comes to this recipe, when it comes to this fast action post and heat enlargement recipe. Okay, we will be needing 50 grams of red clover. Okay, and the next is raspberry. We'll be needing 50 grams of raspberry. The next we'll be needing for this fast action post and heat enlargement recipe, post and heat enlargement syrup recipe, is our almighty maca. Our almighty maca. There is no way you formulate any body enhancement product without maca. Be it your cream, your oil, your syrup, your powder, you must add maca. It plays a major role. It boosts your estrogen. It has a high volume of fat on your butt side. And this maca will be adding 50 grams, 50 grams of maca. The next we have is dandelion root powder. Dandelion root powder. I know so many of us call it dandelion, but the right pronunciation is dandelion. Okay, but I will make use of the one we are familiar with, okay, which is dandelion. Dandelion root powder. We'll be needing 50 grams of dandelion root powder. The next also is fenugreek. Fenugreek, majority of us use fenugreek while cooking our rice and stew, our native rice in whole lot, but they don't know that they're using it. So fenugreek plays a major role when it comes to this body enhancement, um, when it comes to this pot and heat enlargement syrup recipe, this fast action. So you have to add 50 grams of fenugreek. Okay. The next one we'll be needing is volufiline. Volufiline. In all my body enhancement products, I must add volufiline because I know it has been working for me. This volufiline has been working miraculously. It works a lot. What I mean a lot. If there is any possibility of me adding like 200 grams of volufiline for only one person, no, I will do that. I will do that because it's one of the major ingredients that will work as fast as possible. Okay, so this volufiline is the last we'll be using for this recipe. So with this recipe we are seeing here, this recipe that I've called out, it gives you a faster result, fast action result. Remember, do not use the whole herbs. If you need fast action result, use only the extracts. I mean only the extracts. Okay, so now the question is, how do I formulate this whole recipe that I've mentioned? Put all these herbs together. The next thing, you pour your hobaraba syrup, your olive oil, you pour your honey. For the honey, you use the 750 ml. Remember, I said our base is that hobaraba syrup, and the honey we are using is 750 ml. you pour it. Then you measure 100 grams of these herbs. Remember, you've already poured all of them together. Okay, so you measure only 100 grams of these whole herbs you have already poured together. You start with 100 grams. You pour it into the pour well where you've already mixed your honey, your bara syrup, your olive oil. You mix it. If it's too watery, you add another 100 grams, because when you pour all of them together it might be super super thick. It will be very very thick, which some persons won't like it if it's over thick. Okay, so you start with 100 grams. When you are done with 100 grams and you observe that it's still watery, you add another 50 grams. Okay, after the 50 grams, if it's still watery, you keep adding another 50 grams. Okay, so after adding, you turn the whole thing. Do not add water, please. Do not add water. In case if it's too thick, what you have to do is to pour more honey. Pour more honey. Add a little more honey. Do not add water. Don't be selfish with all these whole things. If you are formulating for commercial use, please do not add water. Stop giving your clients something that is not good for their system. Okay, because when you add water, it attracts bacteria. Okay, and this honey serve as a preservative. Okay, so if it's too thick, add honey to it. Do not add herbs again or add water. Don't add water, be it cold water or hot water. One lady chatted me up. She was like, I added hot water, not the warm, not cold water. That they taught her the hot water will make it to stay longer. It's a lie, oh. Hey, it's a lie, oh. It will not make it to stay any longer. Hot water does not serve as preservative at all. So it's better you use honey. Honey serves as preservative. So do not use hot water, be it warm, hot, cold, extra cold, chilled water. Do not use any of them. Okay, just use honey if it's too thick, and if it's for commercial use, use honey. It serves as preservative. Okay, so after turning this whole thing, turn it in your own container. For commercial use, you already know the container you have to use, so you just turn it in your own container. Now after formulating, the next question is, how do I take it? The direction for usage. Okay, so you will take 2 spoon in the morning and 2 spoon after dinner. So you just have to be consistent with this whole thing. Do not skip any day. Do not skip any day. Take in the morning, take at night. If you are going anywhere, maybe you are traveling, always go with it. Even some vendors will tell you consistency is the key. Definitely consistency is the key. There is no how you be taking your water and hip enlargement syrup today, the next time you take it is the next 3 days or next 4 days, and you expect it to work. My sister, it will not work. It won't work. If it was even trying to work, before you know it, it will go back to default setting. It won't work. So be consistent with your syrup. This is the end of this video, and try to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and turn the notification bell. If you have any contribution, any feedback, any question at all, write it in the comment box.